Okay, guys, we're going to start our introduction to copyright, and let's go ahead and begin. So our objectives for this lesson will be that you'll be able to clearly identify copyright rules, you will demonstrate your knowledge of the copyright rules, and you will determine whether a hypothetical scenario violates the copyright law. First thing to remember is not to be ignorant. We do live in a world that is digital, so you have access to everything at the tips of your finger on your phone, computer, iPad, laptop. It's important not to copy, paste, download, and upload. Super easy to violate copyright law without even knowing. It's not for you to take, although you can right click and copy. You do need to give credit to where that image or information comes from. And we're going to determine whether it is right or wrong. Now, what exactly is the copyright law? So pretty much it's the legal rights to an original work. It protects the work of others, including your own, and it involves multiple sources of media. So it's not just pictures, it's also text, audio, videos, and obviously pictures. And we should know that the internet is not a free-for-all, so it's not for you to take. You can use it, but you have to correctly cite it and give credit to where credit is due. So how can we abide? Giving credit, obviously, and using your fair judgment. So stopping and thinking, what are you using this for? Are you using all of it? Are you using part of it? Again, the purpose, is it to benefit you financially, or is it just for educational reasons? And are you gaining anything from it? Meaning, are you getting any money from it, or things of that sort? And again, we cannot just mindlessly take what is not ours unless we do give credit. Now, we can abide by the copyright law by using what is called the fair use. So there's 4 different criteria that we use to abide by that. So number 1 is using it for nonprofit or educational purposes. If you are using it, whether it be the image, the visual, that's the image, the audio, or the text, more than likely you are not going to violate that copyright law if it is for a nonprofit, so you're gaining nothing from it, or you're using it for educational purposes. Number 2 would be the product or source is for the general public. So if it is for the general public, then should be good to go. Think of the publication. Has it been published? If so, it's less likely that you are violating the copyright law. If it hasn't been published, then chances are you took it from somewhere, and since it hasn't been published, there's no credit to be given to whoever came up with that idea. So be careful with that. Number 3, are you using the entire source? Is it for partial use? Normally, partial use, you can get away with it being fair use versus you using the entire thing. The last one, number 4, is not affecting the sales of the source. So you not harming them economically. So not having any negative effect to either the image, the text, or the audio. And really, there aren't clear guidelines set. It's all case by case basis, and you just have to make responsible choices and use your judgment. Okay, so we're gonna come across a self-check scenario. This is your first written response, and this will be for a grade. And this will help me determine if you do understand what copyright law is, and how well you comprehend it. So you've encountered an image you like on the internet and you post it to your social media page as your own. So did you violate the copyright law? And if so, how can you fix it? So you are going to write a response. You have to support your answer, meaning take information that you learned from this presentation. Use your judgment. Is it right? Is it wrong? If it is wrong, how can you fix it? Now, relating back to the scenario, using images, I guess is the most common way to violate the copyright law. I did stumble across 2 websites, and one is called Archive, the other one is called Pixabay, and I'm going to show you really quick what they look like. So Archive, this is Archive is through Wildscreen. You are going to click where it says Wildscreen, and then it takes you to this image. You can now search images that are free for use. So if you go down here where it says take a look, click it, and then say you are doing a research project on animals and your chosen animal is a lion. So I'm going to put lion, click enter, and all of these images are free for use. This does have a watermark already, so you are giving credit to wherever it came from. Now the other website is Pixabay, and it's similar to the Wildscreen that we were on. Same scenario. Type in your chosen animal. You would click an image, and it's free for download, and it even says free for commercial use, no attribution required. So you are free to download this without any wrongdoing. So if you use these websites, you don't have to worry about copyright because they are either free images or they are watermarked. Now, practice makes perfect. So I'm going to have you with a partner start a poster of an animal based on your research project. Using a Word document, you're going to find an appropriate image of the animal you will use. So you and your partner have to agree on one, even though it is going to be solo or individual posters at the very end. This is just to practice finding images. Now, we are going to use images. Do not violate the copyright laws. It should be short because this is just the beginning stages of your poster. And then we're using this solely to practice abiding by copyright laws. So you can use the 2 websites that I provided earlier, or you can venture out and find your own image. Be sure you do give credit to where that image came from. So now here are the list of resources, and hopefully you understand copyright law a little better. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know.